great as you are, as skilled as you are, as talented as you are, I just want one thing from you. Never allow life to make you forget why you do what you do. People don't burn out, people don't quit, people don't underachieve, people don't settle because of what they do. People burn out, people quit, people underachieve, and people settle because life makes them forget why they do it. If we respect it the way we say we respect it, if we love it the way we say we love it, if we cherish it the way we say we cherish it, every single day should be nothing less than excellence. You might not always be your best, but you can always bring me your best.
I'm looking forward to watching this. We got Dustin Clark versus Dave O'Keefe. Race to 15, big table 9-ball of UPT rules. And I'm sure everybody's going to want to know what the Fargo rates are. So why don't I pull that up?
We're not playing foul. I'm sorry, we're not playing ball foul.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to play.
Yeah, of course. All right. So, Dustin Clark is from Wisconsin. He is a 558 Fargo. That's a little deceptive because he is on a massive upswing in ability, and so sometimes when somebody's improving rapidly, they will outperform their Fargo. Meanwhile, Dave O'Keefe is a 620, and actually that's a little bit maybe underrepresented, I think. Maybe not, but on a big table playing 9-ball, Dave and I, we spar most Monday nights, so maybe 3 times a month we'll spar on Monday nights. And on a big table playing 9-ball, he can be very strong. And so I haven't seen Dustin play on a big table. I mean, he's from Wisconsin, so I'd imagine most of his play is on a 7-foot. This is he wanted to get in the ring, and I got to tip for him stepping up, because this is definitely, I would say on paper, I think he would be a little bit of an underdog, but you know, the thing about a set of pool is that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And so he's definitely capable, and if he can get converting well.
Hustle so hard that your haters start asking if you're hiring.
So what's he going to do here? I'm okay with a couple things. I don't mind banking this cross corner with the intent of banking it short and then maybe having it go 2 rails to the middle of the end rail. That's one option. Or you could skim the 9 and try to chip the 9 1 rail down by the magic rack and then drag your cue ball with a low ball up table. Let's see here. He's using inside. That's right. Okay. This is pretty good. Okay. Getting on the 8 obviously is a problem. Personally, I like to lay the cue ball right on the right-hand side rail, so I can shoot the 7 and follow to the end rail, left-hand side rail above the side pocket, and kind of lengthen into shape for the 8 in the bottom right. He is going a different way, and he's going to get on the other side of the 7, and then I'm not sure if he's planning on playing the 8 in the bottom left by getting thin on it, or if he's planning on coming to the end rail and playing the 8 in the side. I think playing for the corner makes some sense here, because now you're going to kind of play the line of position this way. Playing for the side, you'd have to kind of stun the ball down, and it's a little wild. This is reasonable. What he's doing is reasonable. I don't mean to say it's not. It's a big game, guys. Dustin, here's what I would say. Dustin's up 2-1, but he got 2 hung up 9-balls. And Dave is playing pretty patchy. And so if he ends up going 2-2, is he drawn across table for the 8 in the bottom right? Okay, he was trying, and he did okay with it. It's just tough. Do you make them both? This is a pretty big moment in our set, guys. I know it's a long set. Okay, good shot. He came away with another good shot. It's nice that he got so close to straight. Let's see how quickly his arm moves here. Let's see if he can keep this smooth. Pretty smooth. Nice shot, Dustin. Right now, he hasn't really run out from anywhere he's not supposed to. He's made it, he's made 3 gimme 9 balls at a ball in hand on the 9. So I get 4 9 balls. He's had 4 1-ball runs to complete the racks, and then a 4-ball run with ball in hand on that 6. So his 5 racks have been a 9-ball, a hanging, a 9-ball hanging, a 9-ball in front of the side, a ball in hand 9-ball, and then a run out from the 6-ball with ball in hand. If he can run out from the 3-ball and combo a ball and run out from a spot where he's not supposed to and come with a couple hard shots where, like, say Dave plays a 2-way shot and leaves him long and hard, and he's like, well, Dustin can't run out from there. And then Dustin comes with a hard shot and gets short side on the ball and runs through like a 7-ball run with a really tough congestion. And it's like, whoa, how did he do that? He wasn't supposed to. Where's my shot? I was supposed to get another shot this rack. If Dustin can run through 1 or 2 racks that he's like, that we're not supposed to, and like tell Dave, hey man, you might not keep getting shots. It'll just make it real tough for Dave. Think about him running through a tough rack or 2 and getting up like 7-1 and really starting to hit him good. Like that can win him the set. But if Dustin doesn't start like this here, if he could run this rack, make the 1, 2, 3, find a way to get on the 4, 5, find a way to get on that 8 ball and get back and make the 9. Like if Dustin could run this table, that would be a big opportunity. Whereas if he's just like, yeah, there's a lot of work and fall out of line and then hope I get another shot later, like it might not be enough to keep this guy down. But I like the way he's playing. Like he's 1 shot at a time. He's got to follow out back to where he's at now. This is one where it's hard to control the angle you get on the 3-ball because you're crossing your line. And so you might have to be prepared to work your 2-ball just a little. He did really well to get here. And I think here you can stun cross table for play the 4 or 5 both in the top left. So I think this is a really interesting match. This is where like most of us play, and we're at this, like we're closer to this level than we are the Josh Filler level. And so I think while it's inspiring and educational to watch Josh Filler play, I think it's really good to watch matches like this. And like, most of the guys that are listening to this are, either 500 or 600 Fargo. So like this is right up our alley. So far, he handled this really well. The 1, 2, 3 have been really good. For him to make this and get on the 4-ball, I like his rhythm. He's not rushed. He's not slow. And boy, getting on the 6, if he can make the 5 and get on the 6 well, then he's got a good chance to run out. If he doesn't get on the 6 well, then the 6, 7 are all monsters, and it could cascade into a tough 8-ball if he even gets there. So it'd be interesting to see. Oh, is he going high ball? I feel like the 8's in play. Is the 8 in play? 8. Oh, man. Okay, I was kind of rooting for him to stun that ball 2 rails around. I know it's hard when you're stretched, but I just felt like he had to stun that ball 2 rails around. But he's still in control of the table. Now, this is what I'm saying, guys. If he can get on the 6 here, if he can find a way, whether it's on the 6 of the side, if he can follow to the above the side pocket with high center and come below the 9 and get on like right there, if he can get there and then run these balls out, this is a big, big opportunity. Nobody's going to give you 15 racks. You're going to have to earn it. Oh, he's going low ball. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, too hard though. Man, it's too hard. I don't think he was playing it there. It looked like he was playing below the 9, but... And Dave's shaking his head. I think Dave understands that I don't know, maybe Dustin changed his mind and that's what he was trying to do. I don't know. I think he was trying to play below the 9, but he wanted to make sure the draw took, and he just kind of overhit it, but I'm not the player. I don't know. Right. Now, I like keeping an angle above the 8 going to the kitchen line, just like he's looking. But this is fairly thick, And you want to make sure you get, it's better to get a little flat on the 8 than too thin where you can't make it, right? Oh boy, man, this is tough. It's flat on the rail. Now he's got enough angle that he can use high inside here. But boy, this ball is going 2 rails at the side. It's going 2 rails at the side. So I do not try to play the 3rd rail here. I'm a big believer in going to the 3rd rail bump dribble in general. But here, I feel like you're bringing the side into play. You might even hit above the side pocket, like 30.5 diamond. So I go 2 rails with high inside here, and I go 2 rails right down the line of his cue. But instead of playing to the 3rd rail and out, I just float it across the middle line, and I accept that I'm going to have a tester on the 9. I'm not trying to get, plus you keep the shot calm. You don't rattle the 8. You don't get quick with this. Don't get quick with this. Smooth. Okay, he went to the 3rd rail, 30.5 diamond. So I kind of felt that one correctly. And that was ridiculous control, by the way. Man, is this a big shot, guys. I can't even stand it right now. This shot is way harder than it looks on the screen. Way harder. You're elevated off the rail and on a tight pocket, and sometimes it just feels like you can't quite get the cue to go straight where you want it. Okay, that's the run, guys. That's the run. Dustin made, this is what I'm saying, he made, that was the first run out from the 1 ball in the set. And he may be 568, but look at that. He didn't just run out. Let's talk about what he did. He made the 1-2, picked up a good angle on 3, made a really nice pivot from the 3 to the 4. Ended up funny on the 5. I don't like the way he shot the 4, but whatever. And then I don't know if that was his plan on the 5 ball, but he somehow got on the 6. And then he came with some really good shots. The 6 ball was not an easy shot to just pocket. He smoothed the 7 in, and then that 8 ball, I might not have played it all the way to the 3rd rail, but he felt it. What's the point at which you kind of feel like he's a strong favorite? He might be there now. He might need a little bit more, because he's still got to win 9 games. And if Dave starts playing well and converting and managing them and puts speed on Dustin, like 9 games is a lot of games left to win. So I don't think Dave's out of this yet. But like, when's Dave out of it? That's what I'm asking. Okay, I like this shot. Way tougher on a 4-inch pocket than it looks on the screen. Now here's one where Dave can put him behind the 9. High left, 3/4 full. Bank the 6 ball, 2 rails up by his chalk, the middle of the end rail. And the cue ball spins over beyond the 9. Maybe 5/8 full. Maybe 3/4 full, somewhere in there. High left, a little bit thicker than half ball hit. Oh no. I don't know. He was trying to cut at that ball. Yeah, that's not right, guys. You just can't try hard stuff sometimes. Like, it's not the time. Okay, deep breath. The game continues. This is definitely not an easy leave. And I like the shot selection by Dustin. Look at that's good speed right there. That's the speed that Dave's been struggling with. Now Dave could try the same shot back, but the speed and hit have to be just right. Okay. And that is better speed. Look at that. So Dave overcut it just a hair, but his speed was, that's the first time we've seen Dave get that speed down correct. And now Dustin has the same shot that Dave had. Let's see if he knows it. 3/4 full, high left, bank the 6 2 rails to the end rail, let the cue ball drift slowly beyond the 9. If he tries to thin at this ball, it's not ideal. Okay, he managed to thin at the ball, and he hit it well enough. That's a very tough to do what he just did. That was very well executed. It's easy to airball that thing or hit it too thick and bank it out. So I thought it was very difficult to execute what he just did, and you don't have the possibility of a hook, but he did execute it. Okay, now Dave just hit the shot I was talking about, and that time he got it right, for sure. Yeah, Ben Gates Media, we understand. We do definitely all have days like these. And you know what? You need them, guys. And so any of you, if you haven't had a loss this brutal, if you haven't had a set where you played this bad, so you gotta kick to the end rail. Is he going 3 rail? I go 3 rails. If I have to kick to this head rail, I go 3 rails. In other words, end rail, left-hand side rail, other end rail. I come in from behind it. I feel like it's ball placed real big because you can get it 2 or 3 rails that way. And so just kick and yeah, I don't know that I would, like, I feel like there's other options, James. He's asking if it's time for the short cue. Like, there might be other options of other ways to hit this ball. But if he has to kick, like, if he kicks to diamond 1.5, like, find, like, closest to us, the middle of the end rail on our side, and then move to your right half a diamond as we look at the screen. So, like, the little bit to the right of the middle of the end rail, you can kick end rail, side rail, head rail, and that 6 ball plays real big because you can hit it coming in off the second rail or off the third rail. And sometimes you get a lot of good things to happen that way. It's not as bad as it sounds. Kicking 1 rail to the bottom rail as we look at the screen would be pretty tough. And Zing it would be tough. Okay, he's looking like he can kick 1 rail now at the 6. Or is he looking at okay, I don't know what he's looking at, so. My prediction days are over. Okay, this is in danger of coming short. He needs a little bit of running spin to lengthen. Okay, he got it. He got it. Good shot. Good shot. And actually, I would have gone that way, but I would have used a little more speed. Like, not hard. I wouldn't have kicked it hard. I'm talking like 30% firmer. I would have kicked it with enough speed to where just a little bit more. Not to say it would have worked. He made a good hit. It could have gotten really good. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's just how tough this game is, guys. That's how tough this game is. That Dustin still has to shoot him in. This is not much easier than what Dave had. Made a good shot. And the way Dustin's stroking, he's starting to stroke pretty smooth. It helps to have a little lead. But even still, guys, this 9 ball. What's the trick to this one, guys? Cue very low. Cue very low. Shoot with a relaxed speed. Relaxed, smooth, soft swing. Like that. That's pretty straight shooting. 8-2. Big chance, man. The 3-9's kind of like not wired, but the 3-9's in play. If he can make the 1 and make the 2 and give himself a combo and good shot by Dustin. Very good shot. And we're really, really close, guys. We're really, really close to the point where we just say it wasn't Dave's day. Yeah. You know what, though? It reminds me of something. I played a set of pool once against Alex Bagulayan in Florida. I think it was 2006, 2007, 6, 7. I know. You'd think I'd remember what year it was. It was probably 07. Some Seminole event, maybe. And I was totally ineffective against Alex. I mean, it was devastating. He tortured me, and I was totally ineffective. And afterwards, I asked Alex if he had sets like that. I was still a lot younger. I was like 27 years old. And I said, Alex, I'm like, have you had sets like that? And he looked at me and he said, 1,000,000 of them. Oh my goodness, he cut at that ball and made it. What a shot. I mean, unbelievable with light touch. So my point is that if Alex Pagulayan says that he's at 1 million sets, like, and remember back in 2007, guys, he was the best in the world. Alex was the best in the world from like, from 01 to 07, he was like the best money player in the world. And then Shane came along, and then they traded that title back and forth for 2 years until Shane got the best of it. Well, those were some unbelievable shots. Are all of my podcasts on Cue It Up? My podcasts, yes. And then I've got some other stuff on my YouTube channel, MN Pool Bootcamp, MN like Minnesota. But and then of course I've got my whole playbook and my online training is behind the $20 a month paywall. If you want to train with me, I'll link it one more time. Let's go. That was unbelievable. I mean, now Dustin's hitting his full gear here. No, Dave's not playing his normal speed. He's playing much faster. If he's playing me, he's not playing like this in terms of pace. He's usually a little bit careful against me, and it's not just more careful. It's like he doesn't feel the pressure against me though, because he knows he's supposed to lose, and so he's just trying to make my life miserable and fight for every ball and and then sometimes he can win sets off me if he gets going good. Wow, this was a big run out, guys. He made that 4-ball, and that was off. Was this off the failed safety attempt by Dave? This was off that failed safety attempt with ball in hand. Yeah. But then once I have a busy few months, but then I'm going to have some tournaments stacked up. So August, I should have a few. I think there's opportunity for me to play a few. The Texas Open is one. Then there's the Arizona Open, which is a WNT event, and it's possible they've also got a warm up for the Texas Open in the Round Rocket at that Skinny Bob's. So some way or other, I'm going to try to set it up where I have 2-3 events in August, and so I have a chance to kind of play a few events and kind of get to stroke. As far as challenge matches, oh my goodness, what a shot! I was hoping to play Niels when he was in town a couple weeks ago, but it didn't come together. So I don't have any other big action matches lined up or challenge matches lined up. So I'm just going to have to make do with a few months of sparring. And I might be able to sneak out to Wisconsin for a tournament, but nothing like monstrous on my radar. So it's frustrating. I hope that my life will change to where hopefully in a year or two I have a little bit more time for tournaments, as I might be doing more Patreon, a little bit less boot camping, and could squeeze in a few more tournaments. Okay, this is something else, guys. Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yep. James, yeah, I know who you're talking about. All right. Yeah, his pace of play is good, man. Dustin's hitting him good now. He's really hit some long straight shots and some long smooth cuts. The 7-ball a few racks ago was really strong. That last rack where he had to thin the 4th and the 5, come with that long 6-ball, super strong. This is super tough to get from the 6 to the 7. We'll see how he does here. Is he going one rail or is he going around? He's going one rail. And it's a tough shot, man. And that side pocket point. Now, if you hit this easy, you can beat the point and you can float right to where his cue is. If you hit it easy, you don't even have to go to the side rail because this table is slick enough. You don't have to hit it that hard. But if you punch this ball, and you bring the point into play and the pocket rattle into play. So let's see if he can cue low and smooth and float. Look at this smooth stroke. He's not moving his arm fast at all. And this has been, if he runs these balls, this will be the toughest run out of the night. Eclipsed, if anything, only by his last run out from that 4-ball where Dave played the failed safe. Still got work to do. but the way it's going, I like one rail here, but you could go two. But I feel like you're close to the rail, and it's easy. I don't know, you could go either way. One rail with high and a tip of right, or two rails with high and two tips of left. I kind of feel like high right makes it easier to make the ball. Yeah, that's what I like. And all of a sudden, he's playing really good. Like, this is really good. And this is where I said, this is not 568. Like, he's playing really crisply here. This is a 9-foot table with 4-inch holes. He's coming with shots. His stroke has been very smooth, straight, and, accurate. Some of the pocketing he's had on those long shots where he's had to smooth them in. Don't let him get better. Yeah. Unfortunately, I cannot. That's one promise I cannot make. I am the pool. I'm the Fargo fairy, man. Everywhere I go. But my goodness, he's going opposite-handed. Okay, he's thinking better about that. Is he? Or is he going opposite wing? I mean, I don't know how good he shoots opposite-handed. I wouldn't shoot it opposite-handed, but I'm comfortable, but I wouldn't want to bet my tournament on it. But he, man, what a run that was. I'm proud of you, man. Dustin, you put together a hell of a pool game. The last few racks have been something else. The last rack, though, you had to bomb through with a bunch of hard shots. This rack, you were able to control your way through it, and it looked really good the whole way. Like, I really liked the way you played, the 5 to the 6. I liked the way you got on the 7. Not only did you draw back and avoid the side, but you kept an angle. You floated up and got the right angle on the 8 by playing it with that high and a twist of right and playing good speed to accept a little distance to keep a good angle. Everything was real. Like, this is starting to look real crisp. Like, that's some good pool. And he's just been swatting at balls too loose and a little too reckless. And so he's been not trying very hard. And I think he's not trying very hard. And I think he's excusing it as, well, I'm just trying to get loose because nothing I do is working. But, like, I'm sorry. I think that's an excuse for not doing your job. That's it. I'm being pretty hard, but, like, don't do it then. Okay, don't do it. I won't be hard on you. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Marcus. At some point, you just want it over. You almost want to lose. Let's just get out the door. But, like, the problem with that is that it's not about the set. You know that. That's just not how you can lose. And I'm being pretty hard, and maybe I get fired. Maybe I don't get to do commentary again. But I'm the difference. I know how tough this game is. So, yeah, Marcus, you played him. You saw the set. He turned it on you. What a shot. I mean, unbelievable shot that he got 2 rails. He used that firm stroke, and the cue ball slides the tangent line before the follow take, so that's why it beat the 8, and then it flattened out and got 2 rails, and then got far enough that he got the shot. It was an amazing shot. Oh my gosh, that's the first time I've ever been compared to Hunter Lombardo. This stream may get some views, so I gotta be careful. A lot of love to Hunter out there in New York. Oh, man. The funny part, though, guys, you got 2 things. You got things you can control and things you can't control. And what I've always said, and I said this when I was a manager, that's a great shot, too, to lengthen it. So that's the way he hit that easy, and then it was able to beat the side. If he hit that hard, it wouldn't have beaten the 8 and beaten the side. There's things you can control and things you can't control. And I say this as a coach, and I said this when I was a manager. I used to say, I am the most forgiving manager and coach in the world when it comes to things you can't control. But I'm also the most demanding manager and coach in the world when it comes to things you can control. So if you're a sales guy, I used to manage a team of sales guys, and I'd be like, look, if somehow, you know, there was the customer that you were supposed to have an appointment with, if there was a death in the family and they had to no-show on you, or if the delivery team screwed something up and messed up an order and pissed the customer off and they ended up going with somebody else, like, hey, you didn't control that, whatever, I don't care. But if you like show up late for an appointment and by the time you get there it's half an hour late and they're pissed off, or if they asked you to research something for them because they were concerned with ABC and you looked into it and didn't really get it, so kind of like half understood it and then showed up and tried to bluff your way through and did a poor job and couldn't answer their questions and lost a big deal, like, that's unacceptable because you can control that. You can control that. And so if I've been hard, I challenge you guys to go back and listen to the things I'm saying about Dave. Have I gotten hard on him for missing a ball? Have I ever said, you can't miss that ball? Have I said that once? And I think the answer is no. I've never been hard on Dave for missing a ball. But what I'm being hard on him for is like not taking breaks, not regrouping, not bearing down a little bit and realizing that trying to freewheel yourself into stroke is not working. Those are the things I've been really hard about on him for. And even then, I'm not trying to beat him up. I'm just, if you think about the things I'm being critical of, those are things that are in his control. Good shot. Good shot. That's the type of ball that goes down a lot easier with a 9-game lead. So tell me, that's for sure. Considering that both balls are out in space, this is about as bad as it could have gotten for him. What a shot.
Restart, reset, and refocus as many times as you need. You are your own greatest project. But just always remember, don't give up.